My people, a lot is happening in the political zone. Everywhere bust in the DELE house to the house. DELE FAROTIMI is being searched for. They're actually looking for him. Nothing must happen to DELE FAROTIMI. This man made a shocking revelation in this video about Nigerian government. Now Nigeria will know the major reason why our economy is going down sporadically. No one is coming for the rescue of the country. All what our leaders are interested in is how to embezzle public funds. After this video, you have so many reasons to believe that before this country can move forward, there are some set of politicians that must either leave everything concerning politics or die. My people, stay glued to your screen. Share this video to every social media platform. If you cannot share, like it, give it a thumbs up so that YouTube will recommend it for us. We'll be right back shortly.
Welcome to
The whole of crime scene
is happening in the street again.
The center of political news, celebrity gossip, religious gossip, and happenings in the society.
Join us, the voice of Africa.
Welcome you to Lajipok TV show, where we bring you political gist, celebrity, and religious gossip. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do where to click the red subscription button, and don't forget to click the bell icon so that YouTube will notify you anytime we drop another trending gist. DELE FAROTIMI in the early hours of today gave a big blow to our present government, that is President Bola Ahmed TINUBU administrative and all the shenanigans they are into. In this revelation I'm about to review now, since the days of Goodluck Jonathan, our economy has been going up and down. We've never had a steady economy for a particular tenure. Aside that, there is a lot and there are a lot of reasons why Nigerians have been undergoing some kind of suffering, which Nigerian citizens are even concerned about. You will notice that these Nigerians have not for once had a stable power supply, which could actually help to grow the economy in one way or the other. At least there will be lesser patronage of generator in the country, which will speed up production rates in every individual company or organization. Also, we can record that our refinery has been suffering in the hands of our government. How can a nation be producing oil but find it very difficult to refine it? We will still have to export it, and after refining it, we will now buy it again so as to be able to have access to it. When my people, DELE FAROTIMI has scattered ground, the wind has blown, and I guess you know the remaining statement. Do you know what he said about TINUBU and his administrative? DELE FAROTIMI said that our government have been doing all these things on purpose. He said, do you actually think that they do not know the solution to all these things? He revealed that we are still under slavery, and modernized one at that. If you have been following this channel, you will see where I talked about Nigeria still being controlled by an external forces, which is unknown to many. Why will a country God has blessed with electricity and mineral resources such as oil will be lacking in electricity and buying petrol at high cost? DELE FAROTIMI said that they know themselves and they know why and what they are doing. They actually doing all these things to have the citizens of the country under control, so as to control their finances one way or the other. Now you can see that in this present Nigeria days, the rich is becoming richer while the poor is begging to see the face of the Lord. My people, let me play the enlightening video and watch and see for yourself what he said in the video. We will be right back after the video. Stay connected.
We see the truth, but we ignore the truth, and we persuade ourselves, self-delusionally, that the lies that we have seen and that we have told would back something good. I have been deliberately quiet this year, at least since a few months now. I've been deliberately quiet because it was necessary to let those who fostered this evil on us to have the time, perhaps, to reflect on just exactly what they have done to the collective in pursuit of their selfish, narrow interests. It is impossible to awaken those who pretend to sleep. We were in this Lagos together in March, when the street of Lagos was overtaken with Oro. Yeah, Oro. Because an ethnic group and anyone who appears to resemble that ethnic group, that nationality, or anyone that you have tagged that is likely to vote in a particular manner becomes enemy under the guise of traditional religion. In this state, this is supposed to be the most cosmopolitan of all parts of Nigeria. And we all pretended. When I say we, speaking of the pastors, the imams, those you consider leaders of thought in society, you kept quiet. And then you bewail the evil that has overtaken our land. Even when my own lips were sealed, there were people who were speaking. Yele spoke. And I'm speaking of Yele because he's the one in my own generation. It's Baba Ogunwano. There are many other people. They've spoken, tired, you would always find accommodation for evil when you are elected to do so. I realized that something has to shift. And it is in that realization that I spoke of the idea of citizenship. Because it is only citizenship as an idea that can stand in challenge of the prevailing idea that is governing Nigeria. Every system, whatever is utilitarian value, whatever it is you're looking to do with that system, it must be designed with that end in mind. So in designing the thing, the habits of the system shapes its character, and it is critical to look at its habit to paint its character. Nigeria is essentially a feudal state. Because the reality is that aside from the traditional institutions that were in place long before the white man found his unfortunate legs, and the Arabs before them found their way into this space, we had our kings. And those kings are still in existence, as moribund as the kingship and the emirship and the traditional rulership system might have become. Appointees of today's government, who are the true monarchs. Reality is, today's Nigeria is not Republican. It is anything but. So you have a situation where you have a constitution. It says it is the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, but it is not an expression of the will of the people who are known as Nigerians, who are Nigerians whether they like it or not, because they cannot freely express their right to self-determination within the construct that says it is a federation. So in reality, what you find is that Nigeria is a feudal state comprising essentially, as the Supreme Court has now confirmed, of 37 states. That is the reality. And then there is a sultan at the head, and forget the one in Sokoto, I'm not speaking to his eminence. I'm talking about the sultan that is inside the rock at Asokoro. They change them periodically in a game of succession that has never been reflective of the will of the people. So, be clear, you have a feudal system. Your governors, they are the emirs. E, the Daguda. E is the sultan. The one before him was the sultan. The one before that one was also a sultan. And as long as the 1999 fraud persists, whoever sits in that office would be the sultan of Nigeria. That, unfortunately, is the reality of Nigeria. So, the entirety of the design of governance, the choices that the government makes at any point in time, is in promotion and sustenance of the feudal system that it has built. So what are these design choices? Feudalism exists on two critical legs. Two. The first is weaponized ignorance. Those who are the subjects of feudal states are systematically kept ignorant, because it is in their ignorance that they will find acceptance for their non-equality with fellow men who have only one head, two legs, and every other digit just like themselves. But feudalism is only a step. The serf, who is what you call the citizen, because the Nigerian is a serf, the serf is deliberately kept ignorant, because it is in his ignorance that he would accept the state of serfdom, which is little different from slavery. So get it clear, ignorance is a policy goal of the state once it is a feudal one. Look around you. What has happened? We're in Lagos. This is Lagos. the 5th largest economy, if not the 4th, in the whole of Africa. What about his educational system? Looks revolutionary. What is it about it that even looks contemporary? From provision of infrastructure to even the human resource, illiterates are teaching children. And what are they even teaching them? The entire education curriculum of Nigeria is useless, as with the same with most other African countries. What are you teaching? They are graduating engineers that cannot build paved roads. Every time I see Lebanese, Syrians, Chinese engineers on our road projects, my heart bleeds. 60 plus years after independence, this is where we are. It's not by accident, it's by design. If you can build, see, it's not by everything that you see around you, is by design. These are design choices. But we pray, we're praying. Our naira will soon become parallel with the dollar. We're still praying. We should even fast. Those are systemic intentions, and those are the choices it made in order to pursue the goal. So when you have finished dealing with weaponized ignorance, you now need to look, what are the other design choices? Weaponized poverty. Weaponized poverty. It is deliberate. Nigerians, wake up. The destruction of the economy is not by accident. The destruction of the economy is not by accident. It is deliberate. Let this sink into your head. It is not by accident that we have not managed to be able to generate electricity in Nigeria in 60-something years. I recently found a National Concord editorial dating back to 1983, speaking to the incompetence of NEPA with power generation. 1983. Guess how many years ago that was? 31 years ago. And we're still talking about off NEPA, up NEPA, off NEPA, up NEPA, up till now. When are we going to come to the point where we begin to just accept, acknowledge that these things are not problems to those who are pretending to solve the problem? They are design options. Bola Ahmed TINUBU came into office in spite of all of his shenanigans, in the blaze of lies and myths. And one of the first things he said was, subsidy is gone. So now subsidy is gone, but subsidy is there. The currency has lost at least close to 100% of its value. I'm not an economist, but I do have a pocketbook. I have a wallet. I know how far it has shrunk. I know how many more people are forced to beg. I know how many more people are forced to find ways to extend a hand to. I know just exactly how easy it has become for Nigerians since this Jaguda brought himself into office. It has been hell in this country. It was hell before he came, but it's gotten worse. Insecurity. Insecurity also deepens the poverty, because it then means that those who have been living on subsistence farming are suddenly driven away from their farms. The emirs who had their tenures confirmed by the Supreme Court, what did they say? They were all busy falling over themselves to thank Mr. President, the Sultan. They didn't need to thank the people because the people's vote did not count. The people's vote did not count. So they did not need to thank the people. And they did not need to thank the judiciary for upholding the law, because they all know that the judiciary, our judiciary, does not uphold any law. So because we're familiar with the fact of what might happen or what will happen, because think about it, people were waving flags at Lekki toll gate. They were killed. murdered. The state denied it. Fellow serfs denied the humanity of those who were murdered. The international community looked away. They looked away, pretended they did not see what they saw. They unsaw what they saw. You know what I'm saying? They pretended as long as the oil is flowing and refugees are not flowing out, they're fine with whatever shit happens in our country. I have no guns to give to you. I'm not going to tell you to go and buy catapult. We are all going to have to figure this out together, but understand very clearly, nothing short of a revolution will save us from this mess. I am quick to decry violence. It is because the system has anticipated it, is prepared for it, and prefers it. But the system is not prepared for our unified demands for justice, for equity, for citizenship. I know it sounds utopian, but what are our alternatives? Guns? Or we fold our hands in resignation?
You will see from the video that his major target is President Bola Ahmed TINUBU. He even called him Jaguda, which means a notorious thief. And for the fact that Nigerian choice is not actually who is leading presently, even makes the case worse. He even said that they know what and who gave the order of the killing at Lekki Toll Gate, but they all will do as if they don't know nothing. Nigerians should wake up and fight this battle, or else this is how it's ever going to continue. My people, share your opinion at the comment section. Let us know how and what you feel about this revelation. Do not forget to share this video to every social media platform. If you cannot share it, like it, give it a thumbs up so that YouTube will recommend it for us. And if you are coming across this channel for the very first time, do where to click the red subscription button and don't forget to click the bell icon so that anytime we drop another trending video, YouTube will notify you. See you in our next video. Bye for now.